Yeah, I went yard sale hopping again. Ah, boy, another Simpson meter found. Hey, also found some other stuff I'm going to show you, but this here is such a classic, and we just refurbished one last year, and it's the same one. It's the Simpson 260, kind of the old railroad meter, or if you were an apprentice electrician in the factories, the industry at one time, this was the go-to meter. You know, this was the one that everybody swore by. This one's kind of weirdy. Nobody at the sale would touch it because of this white powder that's all over the place. And I'll be honest, at first I thought it was like corrosion or something. And now I'm looking at it and I think it's just drywall dust or some weirdness. So let's clean it up and see what we can do. Guess first thing we're going to do is try vacuuming a little bit on that. Just see if... put the old shop vac on it for a bit, see if that'll pull that powder out of there. So I have no idea what's going on. We're going to get into it. Obviously that doesn't work. Okay, so after exploring with a screwdriver, we found out what this is. This is a common problem in the South especially. It looks like it's just mud divers that moved in and tried to build nests inside the holes here. So I think we can get this cleaned up. Hopefully we can still save this poor old meter because everything else back here looks fantastic. It looks really good. It's coming along, so I thought I'd show you the next step that I'm doing here. This is something I've done for years with different electronics and stuff. It's old stuff. I'm using hydrogen peroxide that you can pick up for, you know, what, a couple bucks at the store, and just wiping this first one out, and you can see all the dirt just coming right up. And the hydrogen peroxide seems to help clean the contacts and stuff. Well, the other thing it'll clean really well, let's see if I can show this to you, is anytime you have batteries that have gone to acid like this right here, you can just hit it with hydrogen peroxide, and look at that. It knocks that old green acid right out of there completely. Just cleans it right up. You can just sort of see what's going on there. But that's the best way to clean it. Just put it on a Q-tip or whatever and just kind of wipe it. Well, look at all the Q-tips I've used so far. But yeah, a little bit of hydrogen peroxide just poured in the cap here and just kind of gone around on the inside of these holes where the jacks plug into in order to use this meter. And I also put a little bit of hydrogen peroxide across the front and stuff, just try to get some of the heavier dirt off the front a little bit. We'll continue to clean on it, but the inside is really clean. Everything looks great inside. So really just the face and these wells, I guess we'll call them, for where the jacks go down in to hook to the meter is what really needs cleaning. I've got some contact spray, but I'm not sure if I'm going to just use that just yet. I'm thinking about taking high pressure air line even and just blow into these and see if we can get any of the heavy dust and dirt out of there to help clean this up a little bit. And the needle's floating back and forth pretty good, so that's good. You know, we don't have any issues there. So looks like she's going to be a good restoration. Well, speaking of everything going so perfect, I'll show you what happened here. Everything was this cleaned up really good in the front. So I finished cleaning this up for the moment. I still have yet to finish cleaning these holes out. I've got them pretty good, but I'm not happy enough with them. But I did clean the meter face up and around the frame here. But back here, right back here, yeah, this was all gone. There was no clip here at all for the battery to make contact anymore. So what I did was I found this in one of my old electronics drawers, an old fuse clip. And I cut the clip out of it and then filed the clip down to where it'll fit these slots here to be tight, and then resoldered this wire back onto it so that the battery still has good contact here. So that sort of came out okay. Also cleaned this up, and it looks, I guess we can reuse it the way it is. It looks fine. It just looked terrible when I opened the meter up, but it looks good now. This all looks so good, I'll tell you. I'm amazed. Also, the buttons have a beautiful, nice, smooth click back and forth for selection and stuff on the meter. So I think she's a winner. But we still got a little bit of work ahead of us. While I've got the meter apart, I figured I'd go ahead and just clean this up because I'm not going to recommend it, and I'm not going to say too much about it, but I'm using this so you can see the dirt coming right off the meter, but this is a Bakelite material, so you can just about use, well, there's a lot of things that aren't going to hurt that. So I'm using this. This is called Awesome. It's from, I think, Dollar General. It's like $1 for a gallon of it or something. It's strong stuff. Normally, I would not use it on the meter because it might take the paint right off the meter, but the bakelite on this is not going to get hurt. So I went ahead and, you know, it's just sort of cleaned and polished it up a little bit with this just to get all the heavy grit away from it. Now it's nice and shiny and clean looking. Looks really good. So I'm going to go ahead and put her back together. And Ken, if you're watching, stay tuned. You're about to see something that will probably tickle you. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so I've got the two halves back together, closed the back up. I put a new pad inside, by the way, a new rubber pad that holds the battery in place from the back. There's a rubber pad on the back on the inside, just for that. Better mention that. But the face, I'm not going to do any more real heavy cleaning on it. I think we're good to go at this point. So the next thing that we should do is probably just put it up beside the other one right now. I really don't need to be testing this even, but I don't have any D batteries laying around. Or some 9 volts, I don't think, even for that matter, right this minute. But when we get some batteries, we'll do a test on her and see how she is. But let's take a look at the other thing that I got at the yard sale that I was really weird, but kind of excited to have. Yeah, so there's a couple other things that I got from the yard sale, all in the Simpson and a bucket full of goodies. This is an old SW meter for a ham radio. And so it was in there, and the weird thing is the feeder been taken off of it for some reason. There's got to be a story behind that one, who knows, but this was, to me, this was really cool. This was something I look for because it sort of takes me back to my childhood. This is a Heath kit. Yeah, it's a reflection meter actually, but it's for ham radio. Well, ham radio antenna systems, and this is so cool because Heathkit was an electronic company. Let's see if we can get that focused in or not, I don't know. But Heathkit was an electronic company that would make kits, and you could save a little bit of money, buy the kit and solder and put everything together yourself and build, you know, electronic things such as, well, amplifiers, all kinds of cool stuff. And also they had ham stuff. They've been gone quite a long time. They were in Benton Harbor, Michigan. I think I can remember that to this day. But I just thought this was quite an interesting find, and I for some reason, Ken, up there in College Town up there, you know who you are. Yeah, I was thinking of you when I found this thing. But there was some other ham radio stuff, and also ICOM microphone for a ham radio. There was no ham radio, and they looked around, they couldn't find one, so we don't know. It was like an estate clear-out thing, so we don't know what happened to the man's radio. Who knows? So there's probably something not good there, but anyways, I got what I could for a total of $5 was spent on everything. But yeah, this was the buck right here. But I'm pretty happy. That's going to go up on the shelf, and I think that old Black & Decker stuff I got up here is going to have to come down so we can put this stuff on display. Okay. Yeah, took the old Black & Decker stuff down. I was just sitting on this for the good old nostalgic reasons of woodworking when many years ago. Put the meters up there and the SW and the antenna reflector meter all up on the shelf there for now. This is going to get donated, and it's going to go to a place that raises money to help homeless cats and dogs, and they help people with animals. So it's a pretty good little outfit. So we're going to run that up there, I guess, next week to them and drop this Black & Decker stuff off with them, because I hate to say it, but it's time to let go. I don't have any more space for this crazy stuff, and there's no point in me sitting on it. There's, you know, nice stuff, I guess. So we'll get this out of here, and it'll help to raise money for a good purpose. So hey, yeah. So that's what our shelf will look like for the time being, I guess, until I yard sale and find some more goodies. Other interesting items in this bucket from this estate sale thing was got a little CB. Yeah, it's a CB radio speaker, just a speaker that plugs into a CB radio, whatever. But that was in the box, and it has never been out of the box, so that was kind of cool because it's brand new, or well, brand new when he bought it, right? Yeah. Also some Radio Shack stuff, Radio Shack connectors, Radio Shack antenna connectors, and just a little bit of everything from Radio Shack stuff for ham radio. And then this is kind of a nice item. That's a brand new ICOM microphone for a ham radio. That it's the let's see how many pins we've got. Oh boy, wow, yeah, it's 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, total of 8 pins if you include the center pin. So that would be a transceiver type ham radio system for out of an ICOM. So that's these things can cost quite a bit of money in themselves. So I guess for the $5 I got a lot of enjoyment. But what we were going to do today was a tool that was in from Vevor, and it's still here, but we'll have to do it. Maybe Thursday we'll do it. The weather right now was really windy, and this thing has got to be outside in order to deal with it, to show it to you. So hopefully Thursday we'll be able to do that. Sorry about that. The weather kind of messed up a lot of our schedule. So, but I had gone yard sale hopping, of course, like I do every weekend. And like the week before, I found a really cool Dremel scrolling, saw that was kind of neat. So I just thought I'd share with you guys what I got this week. For the $5, it was like I'm a happy camper. Yeah. Anyways, thank you so much for watching Coffee and Tools, and please check in on us again. And please like, share, and subscribe. And I'm out of here. Over and out.